Morning everybody, we hope you all had a great weekend. Myself and Alistair are out in the central part of the reserve this morning. You can see the sun's quite high. We've just changed our first flat tire for the year, so not off to the greatest start, but we're going to stick around the central area this morning, see if we can find the Nharu's cubs again, and see what else we can find around the main dam area. There were reports of some wild dogs in the area yesterday, so if the guys in the south pick up anything, we might shoot down there for the wild dogs. But else, we'll stick in the south and let's see what we can find.
Beautiful Battalier. Whoa, here comes one's joined him. To start off the morning, one of the viewers, Sally, asked us how big they are or what size they are. The males are about 2 kilos, the females are about 3 kilos. Females are larger than the males. Lengthwise, they're both about 1.5 feet tall. You can hear some rutting impalas in the background. But yeah, really nice, light, beautiful Battaliers to start off the morning. Got quite an interesting scene playing out here. There's a white-backed vulture, but he's been mobbed by pied crows. There's 6 crows mobbing him, so not sure, maybe their nest is close by or something, but they're mobbing this poor white-backed vulture. Now, pied crows, for many years we haven't seen them in these areas, and they're starting to move further up into these areas. So, don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but we're getting a lot more crows up in these areas. You can hear that noise that the pied crow makes. Just in the area around main camp again. We've picked up some tracks for the red road male. So we're just going to check that area where we last saw the females and cubs. See if we can come right there. We've also heard some monkeys alarm calling and bushbuck, so let's see how we go. Managed to just spot one of the looks like a Nharu lioness, making our way in. Also the red road male. Two lionesses over there. And baby cubs. Well done, Neil. So remember I said there was 2 younger ones.
The one with the broken tail's got that 6.
6.
Margaret Wallace asked us the question, are all the animals accustomed to vehicles on the reserve? Margaret, most of them are. There are a few individuals when it comes to leopards and even the cheetah that we've seen in recent drives where we say a little bit shy or unrelaxed, but the majority of the animals are quite used to the vehicles. In the cases where we do get some shy animals, the animals normally come from the Kruger National Park, where there's sometimes vast wilderness areas without much road, and these animals may never have seen vehicles. I'll give you a good example. The Koppie's Pride has come in from Kruger a couple of years ago, and at first sight of vehicles they would always run away. We couldn't get close to them. Even one morning I remember they were on a buffalo kill and they wouldn't let the vehicles come close to them. They'd run off, just leaving their meat. And for hungry lions to just leave their meat, they must have been very scared. And just through time of putting one vehicle through them at a time, keeping our distance from them maybe 40-50 meters at first, and then through the weeks and months approaching them slowly, we've got them to where these days we view them within a few meters of the car. They even allow us to see their cubs. So it's just about gaining these animals' trust and remembering that they don't see us as food, and that's why we get nice and close to them out on our safaris. We were just thinking this morning when we left camp how spoiled for choices we are at the moment. When you've got two different lion prides that are denning and have cubs, you can you have options when you leave camp. So we'll be spending a lot of time between the two different prides in the next few weeks. We'll probably only visit them maybe twice a week each den side, just to not put too much pressure on the cubs and the moms themselves. Be nice if those other 6 cubs come out. The 6 cubs belong to the lioness with a broken tail of this pride. The male is still behind us. He's just sitting a fair distance away. It'll be nice if he comes to join them here and the youngsters play with their father. Looks like they have eaten these 2 females. There's a bit of blood marks around the neck there. If you look closely, there's 2 spots of blood, often the claws from another lion as they're eating. They don't like to share lions, so they're quite aggressive as they feed, and the claws dig into the skin, leaves those red marks.
For one female to have 6 cubs, that's pretty phenomenal. I mean, she only has 4 teats, so there must be quite a lot of fighting over those teats between those 6 cubs. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on. But after a while, the females will allosuckle, so they'll allow different cubs from different females to suckle on other females.
can see one of the cubs there starting to chew on mom's tail. The females will use their tails as a distraction or a play toy for the cubs to keep them busy and stop them from going bored. So she'll swish her tail around, and especially that black tip on the tail will keep on getting the cub's attention, and he'll keep moving after it and trying to bite it. Can't always be that easy for the moms. Those teeth are still so sharp at that young age, but it's a good distraction to keep the cubs busy.
But you wonder how one female has 6 and the other has 2, just like this.
That has to be something in their makeup, because some females always have 2, and like some will, like if she had 5 before, how can she have 6 again? So there must be something that allows them in their makeup to have 6. Unfortunately, we had a quick view of the other 6 cubs. These females went off towards the drainage line and the cubs came out to meet them, but the females took them down into the drainage line and further out of view from us. So we've lost them. So we've come back to Red Road here. Busy grooming, and it looks like he might get active soon and start to follow those females.
Red Road sniffing around here, looking for the females. Giving us a phlegm and grimace. Big male. There's 2 really nice big bull elephants marching down the road. Those elephants definitely have right of way in the Manyeleti. It's a good one for the end of your photo album. See where they've been walking down the road. That's where he's scraped his trunk. We had the scuff mark of the trunk on the ground. And you see there again, he had his trunk on the ground. He was just feeling for vibrations. Maybe a herd of elephants or other bull ellies, but he lays his trunk flat on the ground to pick up the vibrations. Beautiful tawny eagle. We're just looking here. We had a report from the guys in our camp that there was a leopard that killed a white-tailed mongoose. So we're just looking here. There's a lot of tawnies and battalias around here. So we found the carcass of the white-tailed mongoose. Leopards don't necessarily like mongoose because they've got foul-smelling odors. But this one did kill it, put it in the tree, but it looks like the tawnies have now pulled it out of the tree. It's also quite a rare mongoose to see. You don't often see the white-tailed mongoose. They're very nocturnal and mostly solitary.
That's it from myself and Alistair this morning. We hope you guys enjoyed the great sighting of the Nharu cubs again. An unfortunate end for that white-tailed mongoose, but that's nature, and that's how that young leopard's learning how to hunt. We will be out again this afternoon, so please join us on our next safari. We'll see you then.